The very first, prior to the Hemptones, our illustrious career as a Hemptones, Ronnie had a place downtown in Boston. He had a Volkswagen bus with a B-29 gun turret welded onto the top that we would drive around all standing up in. And,
I can't believe we're not some bad guy's girlfriend down in Suffolk by this time. I gotta tell you.
Anyways, we had one record in particular. We would get together and have a couple of cocktails, and we loved to listen to this one record. And it was called Jack, That Cat Is Clean. And it was done by Dr. Horse. And now 30 years later, figuring that we have nothing to lose, we decided to go back and do our first and favorite rhythm and blues record that we really got hooked on. And this is Rhinestone Mudflaps III's rendition tonight, here live in Harvard Square, of Jack, That Cat Was Clean.
How sad is this, huh? Folks, here's a story about a friend of ours from right here in New England. He was a tall, handsome guy, and Jack, he really knew how to dress. He wore nothing but the finest at no times that money could buy. Why, on several occasions, I'd seen him spend as much as $100 on a single necktie. He was something to look at when he came on the scene. Jack, That Cat Was Clean. He used to change his finds at least 7 times a day. And what he paid for him, Jim, wasn't hay. Why, one vine alone cost the cat $3 grand, and he had 2 $50,000 rings. He wore one on each hand. Jack, That Cat Was Clean. When Bobo walked down the street, why, he'd sweep the average woman right off her feet. And another thing I liked about him, Jim, that cat was built. The shirts he wore cost $1 grand a piece, handmade out of pure Japanese silk. Jack, That Cat Was Clean. He had coal black hair, and his teeth were white as snow. And the chicks just used to scream when Bobo walked in the door. He'd sometimes smile and give the girls a wink. And the top coat he was wearing, hand-stitched, fur-lined, out of pure, genuine mink. That cat was clean. The shoes he wore, I ain't never seen a pair like that, Santa Claus. And what he used to wear with him was a pair of cut silk slacks, cost him 7 bills, and a $500 genuine Panama hat. Jack, That Cat Was Clean. Now the gloves he wore, I think they must have cost him $800 a pair. And he had a pair that would match anything that he might choose to wear. And another thing, whenever he went out, I don't care when, you'd always see him wearing that $70,000 stick pin. Jack that cat was clean. Where's the little whiskey? I got a long distance call late yesterday.
Where was it from, Ronnie?
But as a matter of fact, it was from the Duke. And he said that Bobo had just bought a jet and he was headed this way. So, here's a tip for all you playboys out here tonight. You know who I'm talking about. With your fine, fine-looking queens. I hope they know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Queenie.
You better get him out of sight before Bobo comes on the scene, because with the way that cat dresses, his good looks, and his dough, if he hits on one of them, ain't no way in the world she's gonna be able to say no. Because that cat will be clean, 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 woo-wee! That cat will be clean.
Rhinestone Mudflaps III, ladies and gentlemen. Another famous oratory by Rhinestone. Jack that cat was clean.